Hello everyone, this is Rohith and welcome to Mind Minutes with Santhosh. Are you someone who is very silent or extremely over friendly? Do you always maintain a strong face or do you constantly try to keep everyone happy? Is that really your personality or is it a mask you developed to survive? Think about that and stay with me because today's topic is what if your entire personality is just a survival strategy? In every stage of life, there comes a phase where your main goal is not growth, not success, but safety. You don't want to be rejected. You want to be loved. You don't want to be abandoned, and during that time, your brain makes a decision. If I behave like this, I won't get hurt. If I act this way, I will be accepted. If I become this person, I will be safe. Which means your behavior during that phase did not come from your true character. It came from fear. For example, if in childhood you spoke up and someone shouted at you, your mind may have quietly learned, if I stay silent, I will be safe. Over time, that silence becomes your personality, and that's not the real you. That's a survival mechanism. We all develop different types of survival personalities. Some people become achievers. They feel the need to be perfect. They are terrified of making mistakes. Why? Maybe because at some point, love came with conditions. First rank gets praise. Winning gets attention. So the mind learned a formula. Performance equals love. That child grows up and becomes workaholic. Not because they love success, but because they fear losing love. Some people become people pleasers. They try to keep everyone happy because somewhere in their past, conflict felt dangerous. Maybe anger led to rejection. Maybe disagreement led to distance. So the mind decided, if everyone is happy with me, I am safe. That is not kindness, that is fear-based behavior. Some people are always angry, short-tempered, defensive, but they are not weak, they are wounded. At some point, their pain was never heard, so that pain could not come out directly. It came out as anger. Anger is pain wearing armor. Now, let me ask you something. The strong person you claim to be, is that real strength or is it a shield your mind created because being vulnerable once got you hurt? The independent version of you, is that healthy independence or is it an old wound saying, don't depend on anyone, you will only be disappointed? Sometimes your personality is just your pain's autobiography. Here is something important. A survival strategy is not wrong. It protected you. It helped you to get through difficult times. For that, you should be grateful to your mind. But the problem begins when the war is over and the soldier is still wearing armor. You may be safe now, but your behavior might still be reacting to dangers that no longer exist. Real growth begins when you stop saying, this is just who I am, and start saying, this is who I became when I didn't feel safe. That shift changes everything because once you recognize it as a strategy, your real self slowly begins to emerge. Maybe you're actually talkative. Maybe you are soft-hearted. Maybe you are deeply creative. But your survival version has been suppressing your true version. So today, just observe yourself. The next time you overreact, the next time you withdraw into silence, the next time you overplease someone, ask yourself, is this really me or is this an old fear speaking? Self-awareness is the first step from surviving to actually living. Because you are not born to survive, you were born to express. This is Rohith and today just take one thought with you. Maybe you are not your personality, maybe you are the person hiding behind it.